Good morning, Brid. Quick chat on a Sunday, the day of rest, said no parent ever, before taxiing ensues. By the way, thank you to everyone who has subscribed. Honestly, Bridget, read the comments in this section. There's a lot of very educated, very insightful and very normal people in there that just speak common sense. So thank you for subscribing, and if you're new to this channel, please do subscribe. We're a fab bunch and we love having you around. So Bridge, every single day a story comes out with a negative effect of VAT on education, every single day. So we now know Torsten Bell has said that the numbers were wrong and actually more schools are going to close. I read in the Mail, I think it was yesterday, 40,000 children will be displaced and 11,000 teachers or 11,000 people will be made unemployed. Now, that's the tip of the iceberg. So we've got 40,000 displaced children, and you said, I think you said it would be 5,000. This is the bit, Bridge, where you go, excuse me, I was wrong. This is the bit where you say that. And, you know, the other big news story at the minute is Nigel Farage, Rupert Lowe, Richard Tice, that sort of like three-way argument. And people are saying, oh, don't do this in public, you know, come on, guys, speak to each other. Yeah, absolutely. But part of me is going, do you know what, why not do this in public? You have people that support your party. You have people that put their faith in you to represent them. So actually, they have a right to see what's going inside. Now, we know that in Labour, there's a lot of Labour ministers that don't support the VAT bill. Why aren't they speaking up? You know, Rupert Lowe is risking losing a lot of fans, as is Nigel Farage, as is Richard Tice, but they're doing it on the stage that they've put themselves on to represent people. So part of me is going, do you know what, guys? Keep going. I mean, I hope that you're having sensible conversations behind the scenes, but at least they are, perhaps inadvertently, but they're including the population, particularly those that support them. And, you know, they're 1 percentage point down at the minute, so Labour have it by 1 percentage point. They are giving exposure. They're saying this is what's going on. Labour's not doing that. Labour's just hiding it all under a bushel. Oh, well, that's not happening. That's not us. No, deny, deny, deny. And the problem is you lose credibility. People lose respect. I've lost all respect for you, Bridget Phillipson. There was a point where I would have said, oh, do you know what? It's a hard job. She's new to it. Come on, she's going to make some mistakes, but let's hope that she sort of learns along the way. And I may have had a grudging respect for you. And in fact, it might not have even been grudging, but now, none. Torsten Bell, none. All that's happening is the big, well, it's not even a cover-up because we know. You can't even cover up the facts, but you just iron wall. I will not respond. And you won't respond, and we've been down this rabbit hole before, because you can't, because you're incapable of admitting when you were wrong, and that's a sort of psychological thing. But also, you're so wedded to this policy that unless Keir Starmer gets rid of you, what's going to happen? And maybe he will. It's looking like it's becoming more and more unpopular because everything, you know, the education bill and the VAT bill, it's not exactly shining a light of positivity on Labour now, is it? I mean, we've got the farmers who are making some serious noise, and there's some serious opposition to that within the Labour Party. It's not going to take long, Bridget, before that comes publicly in your direction. So I sort of look at Rupert Lowe, Richard Tice, Nigel Farage and think, okay, do you know what? It's playing out on a public platform, but at least they are being honest. At least they are being congruent with what's happening. What happened, we don't know as yet, but what is happening, we are being taken on that journey with them. And at the minute, if they keep it sort of at this level, and as long as they have conversations privately, you know, let's move forwards from this, I don't have an issue that they're doing this on the public stage, and I actually think a lot of people might respect their honesty, and it might actually work in their favour. But Labour, constant denials, you just look stupid. You just look stupid. 3,000, 5,000 children will move. 40,000, Bridget. 40,000. Any other industry, you would have been sacked, as would Rachel Reeves. Why Keir Starmer is hanging on to you two, I simply do not know. And that in itself asks some questions, doesn't it? We've chatted for too long. I've got to go and take kids to different places and split myself into, you know, Sunday drill. You probably actually don't. You probably have someone to do that for you. We don't. So have a lovely Sunday, Bridge. I'll see you on Monday.